Okay. Hey guys, it's again Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest. And yes, of course, I am back again with another video. And here we are doing something completely different. I mean, all my videos are different. I don't think any of them are alike. But I'm sure you guys are getting used to my sit-down videos. We better be hot, honest, open, and transparent. That is the theme for this year. Let you guys know the real different sides of Drew. So stick and stay, don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness, guys. So yeah, I mean, this video is gonna be woo. I can't even believe that I'm here, like in this space. That, I mean, even that phrase itself is so very loaded. I can't believe I'm here telling this story. One, I can't believe I'm here coming out of whatever I was going through in that story. I just can't believe that I'm even talking about it. But before we even get into that, I need to give a massive shout out to Silent F Designs for my t-shirt. These ladies are doing amazing things. This is a beautiful, like, woman empowerment t-shirt, right? It actually just describes how I feel about myself right now. I feel amazing. I feel important. I feel special. I feel loved. I feel, well, I know that I am unique. I am also kind. I do feel like I'm a kind person also. And I feel and know that I am precious. So Silent F, I'll put their details in the description box. Get yourself one. Get one for your friend, your family member, your sister, your auntie, your cousin. Everybody deserves to be blessed, okay? So get comfy. This is a serious story time. Get a cold drink. I feel like if you guys see me with this in this era right now, you know it's story time. Get comfy. If you're in a cold place right now, get a cup of tea, hot chocolate, get under your duvet. If it's hot, get a cold drink, get a smoothie. It's about to go down. So yeah, this story, as you can tell from the title, is about the darkest time of my whole entire life. Now, you've been following me for some time, or if you haven't, I mean, I'm talking about how this year Abba has been causing me to do, or speaking to me about doing something, sharing my life experiences, because I believe, or I know, that my life experiences can help other people who have probably gone through the same thing as myself. So here we go. The darkest time of my life. Let's set the story straight. So it began in 2021, around September, October. Drew had just come out of a, probably about 7-8 month relationship. And even coming out of that was a whole drama in itself, which we won't go into details too. But yeah, and I think I went to the UK, and that is where it all began. So I love my friends and family in London. I really do. I miss them a lot. I miss you guys. But do I really like London as a city? No, for so many reasons. But one of them that was a trigger to this whole dark space that I went to was a spirit of comparison. So, you know, and I believe that all of these things people go through, okay? So the main reason for me even sharing this is to let you guys know that everybody goes through things. You never know what anybody is going through. So it is important to be kind always. It is important to be kind because you never know what somebody is going through. They might be smiling, they might be posting quotes on Instagram, they might be dancing at the party, but when they are by themselves in their small four walls, it is a bit crazy. So at this present moment, I'm about to ask you guys, I'm calling you guys to action, to go and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Actually, if you want to do a super thanks and you like this video, click the super thanks, click button over there, because I really appreciate it. But let's get into it. I'm sorry for that small ad. Okay, right. So we went to London, and London is where the spirit of comparison started as being a trigger. So some of you probably know, like, YouTube is my main source of income. I was a TV presenter and all different. I do a lot of different things, but my main thing I do is YouTube. And so I went back to London. When I was in London, my life in London, I was hustle queen, you know, about 6-7 different jobs, side hustle queen. But I went back and it was very much like, ooh, what am I doing for my life? things had moved. My friends had, I was so happy for my friends. Promotions, houses, cars, marriages, everything. And it felt like Drew was in this space where nothing was moving for her. Like, we didn't have no man. We didn't have no 6-figure job. We didn't have a new car. We didn't even have a deposit to put down for a house. So it was very much like, what am I doing with my life? That was the trigger. So that is when you allow the enemy or these negative thoughts to start playing with your mind. And when it has a space in your mind to plant a seed, all these negative things come and they just pour and let that seed grow into a plant, into a tree, into a thing that cannot be moved. And this is how it all began. So we did that, or we went through that, came back to Ghana. Still, we were just, Christmas was the darkest Christmas ever because I got COVID in 2021. So the whole Christmas period, instead of doing Dirty December, Drew was stuck in her room, in her room, while there was parties going on outside of her house, like literally. I was stuck inside with just me and my thoughts. And again, that whole negative. I need to figure out a new analogy. All right, let's just say the negative thoughts were watering the negative seeds, okay? The dark seeds, okay? So it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm stuck in my house now during COVID. I can't go nowhere, I can't go anywhere. I have COVID. I'm not trying to infect my grandma or my friends or anybody around me. So we're stuck inside. Now, we get over that. We cross over into the new year. That was the loneliest Christmas I've ever had in my whole entire life. Like, you're on Instagram scrolling, people are doing their pajama pics. From mine to yours, from us and you, all of those little romantic things. I'm just like, great, when I'm here by myself. So January went by. It was still very much of a slow January, and if you guys know, Drew is known for starting her year in February. My year starts in February all the time. This began in 2013 when I used to come to Ghana every December, and literally because Dirty December was so lit, we didn't have time to even process the year. And so when it get back to London in Feb, that's when the year begins. So I was starting my year in February, and that's when, I got the opportunity to go to Tanzania. I went back to see my friends. I was like, oh, okay, things are happening. This is good. My finances went screaming, though I wanted to scream, but still I was a bit more happy, which was it was a beautiful cloud. There's more definition to that cloud, but we'll get into that later. So it was like a beautiful cloud that kind of covered what was actually really and truly happening deep within. I went to Togo, and Togo was again an interesting trip, which was more the spiritual side. There were certain places that I went to that I don't think I should have gone to, which had different things attach itself to me, and that is when all of this madness began. So we are now back in my house, back from all these trips. Drew is still recovering from, this new season that she's in, comparison, not being in a relationship. So now you start feeling a little bit lonely because you're just like, oh my goodness, what's happening? Like, what am I doing with my life? And as I began to feel lonely, I decided to lock myself up in my room. So I would stay in my room. I would not open the curtains. I would stay in darkness. I wouldn't even eat. I didn't feel like eating. If I had to go somewhere, it would be like a drag. I was canceling so many events. And then I started seeing all of these crazy things. There'll be times when I'll be inside my room, and I'm very much of a spiritual person. So if you don't know already, I do believe in God. And I felt like I was I was being spiritually attacked. Physically, guys, being tormented by real life dead ants popping up inside my room, which was just scary. I mean, my grandma said something that was really funny to me. She was like, you're always with gorillas and elephants and diving in the deep blue sea, and you're always with all these animals, but these small little things scare you. Yes, they do. So there was a time where all of a sudden, I don't understand why, but these dead ants were coming in just a corner of my house. So I would sweep them up, throw them outside, and less than 5 minutes they'd come back again, and it's like somebody gets them and it's just sprinkling them all around. It was crazy. So I was dealing with that. Then my house started getting infested with those little small wall geckos. I mean, I'm a very clean person. My house is tidy, so there's no need for wall geckos to be coming. I didn't understand where they came from, but literally that time when I'd come back from London, my room was infested with them. They were everywhere. It was like they were having a party all over the walls. So I'd run from the living room maybe to my bedroom, then we'll see them in the bedroom, then I'll run from my bedroom to the spare room, see them in there, then go to my mum's room, see them in there. Like, they were everywhere. They're like disgusting rodents, guys. I got exterminators to come and exterminate the house. They would come back, exterminate again, to the point where I was even putting myself in danger because I was inhaling all of these crazy fumes. Madness. Again, more negative things, the fear, all of these things are in my watering this terrible dark tree. Then there'll be times where I'm like, okay, let me pray, because this is just wild. And I'd see like dark figures standing around my living room or wherever I am praying, laughing at me like, you think your prayers are doing anything? Guys, there was a point where, if you've seen me on Instagram, you would know that I do have a lot of pictures of myself. Thank you to all of my supporters and fans that send me pictures of me. I guess I put them all around my house. But there was a point where I would see, they weren't actually there, but I'd see these ugly flies. Imagine, you know, those ugly, nasty, shiny flies that gather on like feces and all that stuff. Yeah, they would be eating my face, or I'd see them like on my fridge, or I'd see them on my pictures, and they'd just be gathering. Oh, it was nasty. Let's not even begin to talk about the dreams, guys. The dreams I'd be having of, you know, dogs chasing me, dogs strangling me, dogs killing me, or dreams of literally like I'm about to receive a big golden ball of money, and then birds just grabbing them, and birds just grabbing. All of these spiritual attacks were happening to me, and Drew was still showing up online, smiling, still showing up online, giving quotes or reposting stuff. But it was, when I say, I'm probably even like, I'm making it sound I'm making it sound softer than it actually was. For lack of a better word, I'm making it sound much nicer than it was. But imagine yourself going through that, and you're by yourself. I'm in Ghana by myself. I mean, I had friends, but your friends then sometimes make you feel as if you're going crazy, because they're just like, oh, really? Or, you know, I'm also the type of person when, if I'm going through something and I feel like there is nothing that you personally can do to help me in this situation or take me out of the situation, I'm more likely just not to say anything, because what are we doing here? I'm just talking to you and you're not bringing me a solution. I need a solution. So it was a horrible, guys, horrible, dark situation, dark space that I was in for at least, let's say, well, we started last year, so let's say it went on for about 6 months. Only until my birthday is when I was like, enough is enough. Like, I cannot deal with this. You know, you start having, it got to a point where, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Drew was having suicidal thoughts. Like, do you know, if I really just wasn't in this world, maybe it would be better for me to not even. If I wasn't in this world, and it would be better, I'd rather not be in this world than have to go through these things that I'm going through. It was deep. It was deep, it was dark, it was horrible. Now, the question that you guys are probably thinking, so how did you get out of it? Me, myself, I don't know. 100% I would say persistence in prayer, but in times like that, you don't even feel like praying. You don't feel like speaking to anybody. You don't feel like praying to God. You don't feel like doing anything. You just want it all to just stop. But it's good to have a good circle of people around you. That one I can say. People that I guess will pray on your behalf, that even if they don't understand, they can pray for you. But for me, the one thing that I hold on to, hence why I talk about Abba, Daddy God, my sugar daddy, being the bestest thing ever to me, is holding on to the fact that he will never leave me. So there's a verse in the Bible that says, you know, he will never leave you, he will never forsake you, he's always beside you. Well, that's a song actually. But it was holding on to those words and holding on to the fact that God is somebody that he doesn't lie. If he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it. So even though I was going through the most murkiest time and I couldn't see anything positive, I could not see the light. I hope the wind is not affecting me. I could not see the light. I still had to hold on to the fact that, you know what, God, with you, all things are possible. With you, which is my favorite verse, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I needed to draw strength from God. I needed to believe that even though things are going crazy, that he is with me and that he loves me. Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Whew. But it was holding on to that and believing in its whole entirety that I am gonna get through this is the only way I got out. I'm telling you guys, like, I got out of this space on the 28th of May, and then my birthday is on the 29th of May. I woke up that morning feeling extremely overwhelmed because, on my birthday morning, overwhelmed because, I mean, I got videos from my friends, I was feeling the love, but it was like a whole weight had just been, like, lifted off. And it was because I could just feel and I believed that God's love was for me and God's love protected me and God's love guided me and God's love never ever leaves me. Anybody, I mean, you cannot trust anybody in this world, like, for real. Not even like your parents, your boyfriend, your partner, whatever. You can't trust anybody, but because one day they probably will, not on purpose, but maybe they will break your trust, maybe they will upset you. But the one person that I know that I want to share with you that will never, ever, ever, whatever you do, however mean of a person you are, whatever the craziest thing you might have done, trust me guys, Drew, Ms. Drew, the hostess with the mostest, I am far from perfect. When you follow me on this hot journey, I will reveal to you the things that I have done. And knowing that I am not a perfect person, but yet God still loves me, that he would never ever turn his back on me, that I could have done the biggest thing to backstab him or to break his heart, but his love for me never ever runs dry. That alone is overwhelming. And so I just wanted to share with you guys today, on today's video, that whatever it is that you're going through, like however dark it is, however horrible of a person you feel like you might be, go to God, because even if the world might not care about you or might stigmatize you or stereotype you, God doesn't. And he is with you. And that he never ever leaves you. And he always, always, always stays by your side. And all he wants is a relationship with you. Like, it's not about this whole religious stuff, guys. Please, religion, that's not me. I have a relationship with Abba. He's like my best friend. I've said it in various videos. He's my best friend. He's my sugar daddy. He is my dad. He actually is my father. And he is everything I need and more in a person or human or a being. So, I feel like there's so much more, but this was, do I feel revealed? I feel a little bit relieved being able to share the things that I've gone through. And my last point is to let you guys know that not everything you see online is real. Not everything you see online is real. It is better to be your true 100% self on socials. And if you need a break from socials, take the break. You probably, my real ones that have been following, you know, there was a break that I took from posting videos because I just couldn't deal. I didn't want to be here. Imagine being tormented every single day as the world is going around. I have just zeroed in and confined myself to one room, to one bed, one room. I've confined myself to one area, and in that area is a house, and in that house is a room, and in that room I was in the corner, in the dark, for at least 3 months. But God is so good because he took me out, and look at me today. When I think back that this particular time last year, I'm even looking at it, I was in that corner, in that dark place. And God is so good because he turned my story around. And he can do the same for you. All you need to do is trust him, believe in him, and accept the love that he has for you. So that's it for today, because I feel like my video is going for too long. So send me a message. I mean, I'm here for you guys. Because I have actually really been through it, I want to be able to help other people who might be in that situation. I cannot judge because, like I said, I am far from perfect. So send me a message if you're on my Instagram at MsDrew_. If you want to send me an email, contact msdrew@gmail.com. Anyone who knows how to do websites, please holler at your girl because I do need some help with my website right now. But if you liked the video, please do like, subscribe, comment, share the video if you know there's somebody that might be going through something or has gone through such a dark time or is currently going through a dark time. I'm here. I want to be able to help or be the help that I wish I had when I was going through that time. But anyway, till then guys, have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous week. I shall see you same time, same place with a new video. Ms. Drew TV to the world. I love you. Mwah.